Hello, welcome everybody to withlocals.tv to this edition on this Sunday morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where in the world you're tuning in from today. Today we've got a very special show for you. My name is Sharif from With Locals, and with us today is also an artist whose name is Sharif. He's my namesake. We share a name. Uh, we also share a country. We're both from Egypt. And an odd anomaly is we also share a birthday. We're both born on the same day. But yeah, I'm in the Netherlands. I sit here in the With Locals office, and with us from Melbourne, Australia today is Sharif, who plays a very interesting instrument called the handpan. With Locals.tv is an initiative by With Locals where we stream live content from all over the world with hosts, guides, local experts, and passionate people from all over the world who are sharing their interests and passion with you. We have a schedule which, if you scroll down the page, you'll be able to check out and see what are the upcoming streams that we have lined up for the next week. These are constantly refreshing. You can subscribe to stay tuned and be reminded when these streams are happening. Click and add these streams to your calendar so that you're reminded of when we are going live. And without further ado, I will introduce you to Sharif, or let him introduce himself and the very interesting instrument that he's decided to pick up called the handpan. Hey, Sharif, welcome on board, man. Good morning.
Hey, Sharif, how are you? Thank you so much
Good.
for inviting me. It's always pleasure to work with you. I don't know if you told that we've been working together back in Dubai. We've done lots of events, and it was always pleasure performing on in your events. And now it's time again with the COVID to do it online. It's exciting. So
Yeah.
yeah, thank you again for having me today.
Cool, man. So tell us, how'd you get started on this instrument? What? I mean, it's not something that when you talk about I want to pick up a musical instrument, most people think of a guitar or a piano or even a traditional drum kit. How do you decide to pick up a handpan?
Yeah. So like since a very young age, I was really interested in playing music, and I started as a guitarist. Back maybe in the early '90s, I was performing in rock bands back in Egypt. So I'm always interested about playing music and even percussion music, percussion instruments as well. Like in Egypt, we have this percussive blood in like we always like in the classroom, just on any desk we just keep like playing like tabla and darbuka and like all kinds of percussion. So I have it since young age, but since 2012 I've seen a video on YouTube for street musicians. His name is Daniel Wapples, and the title of that video was incredible instrument, or like a spaceship instrument, something like that. It was like really weird, first time for me ever to see something like that. So it was like a percussion instrument that plays music. For me, like percussion plays beats, and like other instruments like string instruments will play melodies, but like to find an instrument that can do both, that was like for me, wow, like it was something that really wowed me. And it was not easy to find it because handpan is at that time was very rare to get hold of one. There was very few makers at that time. Around like 10 makers all over the world were just doing handpans, and it took them weeks to construct just one instrument. So like you had to write a letter and send it to them and tell them why you are interested to have a handpan, and send your CV and stuff. It was a bit difficult in the beginning. But then when I was in Bali, I found one. It was like a commercial instrument that I was really I didn't understand at that time like the quality of the handpan, so I just bought it. I was like, wow, like it's just happening now, and like I'm here and there's an instrument. I bought it. It was very good to practice at that time, but slowly, like I managed to go on a waiting list for quality makers, and I got one, and then I got another one, and then I got another one, and then I did a video, went viral, and then one more, and then one more, and then it started to be my thing now. So
Yeah, I remember our conversation when you were saying you were on the when you told me the first time you said you were on the waiting list and it's going to take 3 months or something for you to receive the first one. That
Yeah.
was an interesting
But
one for me.
actually, that was a good favor from the maker. Like usually it takes like almost a couple of years, but because he know that I was doing it professionally and I really need it, so he put me on a shorter waiting list, special one.
Mhm.
But like it's a bit limited the instrument, so like it has only one musical scale. So it's a bit difficult for a musician who plays professionally with bands and other musicians to have just one. So you need actually like more scale, like to expand the scale. That's why like I have two in front of me now. Like lately, I've been like performing on two or three, and sometimes four also. It depends on the event that I'm performing on.
Cool. Well, Sharif, before we get you started with some music this morning and for our audience to enjoy the sound of the handpan, I just want to tell everybody here that you can interact with us via the chat, whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, withlocals.tv, or Twitch. You can interact with us via the chat. Send in your good mornings, good afternoons, good evenings. Send in any questions you might have for Sharif about the artist, about the music, about how he got started, and about how he's performing during these crazy times of COVID-19. Really, any questions you might have, let us know where you're tuning in from this morning. You scroll a little bit down. If you're watching on with locals.tv and you like what you hear, you can also leave a tip to the artist. You know, street artists, street performers, these are people that perform and make a living off of these events nowadays. And with the inability to perform live events, the inability to be out on the street performing and earning an income, this goes a long way to support the artists as well. So feel free to do so with the donate button on your screen on withlocals.tv. And now, without any further ado, I shall pass the screen on and the audio to Sharif to entertain us with his first set this morning before we take a break and go back to audience questions. And a quick hello to Bridget Higgins from Melbourne, Australia. She's around you somewhere, Sharif.
Oh,
Uh,
my people.
all right, I leave it to you
Again for
now.
the introduction, absolutely pleasure. So for the ones in Melbourne, sit back and relax. The first set will be nice and easy, and if you are anywhere in Europe or the Middle East, stay in the bed. It's not gonna be a high beat now. And thank you again for tuning in. All right, I'll start. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, cool, man.
There's lots of comments coming here.
Yeah, people are enjoying it. It's sounds amazing, very hypnotic. Lawrence is also watching us from Melbourne, and she was saying it's amazing to hear the melody coming from a percussive instrument like this.
Yeah, yeah.
So, how do I mean? Did I hear correctly that they sound different, the two hang pans? Is it tuned differently, or are they different
Yeah,
tuning?
so each handpan is very unique because it's all handmade and it's all by hammering. They tune it to different musical scales. So, like in the piano, you have like 69 keys. You play all the scales from minor to major to pentatonic and blues and everything. But on the handpan, it's only 8 notes. So this one we call it the root note, and it plays it's like the ding, it's like the lowest note on the handpan. And then you have the scale, right, left. So like that's the musical scale. So all what you have is 9 notes only. And this part, we call it the shoulder of the handpan. So shoulder of the handpan is when you can get the percussive sounds. So you can combine the beauty of the instrument that you can combine melodies and percussive sound at the same time. Like like in the Middle East, we have this beat that's called maksum. It's like boom boom, like and then you can add melodies. It will be like. Or you can do like that. So you can actually play any beat in a melodic way. And I found that like really very nice concept that I can do that actually just with my hand. Yeah. And it's so it's not plugged to anything. It's just the bottom shell just to magnify the sound, but all the magic happens on the top shell.
And like other instruments, are there like, do you learn to play certain tunes and melodies with a note, with you follow the notes to play those melodies, or is it all improv?
If it's matching the scale of the song, yeah, of course it can be done. But if not, it will be a bit difficult. So like it's like I cannot play anything. Like I cannot have a request of like songs to play. But there's few ones that I found that they are matching the handpan, so I'm playing them. Yeah, I remember once in one of your events back in Dubai, actually, I had hundreds of people around me when I was playing. After the set finished, a local man from Dubai came and he was like, "Where is the piano?" I was like, "Piano? There's no piano. It's like this." He's like, No, you cannot be playing with this. This is like a barbecue." I was like, "No, this is not a barbecue." That's actually the musical instrument, and I had to convince him that that's what I was playing on the full set. It's funny. Yeah.
Cool. And do you compose your own music? Do you come up with your own tunes and compose your own music?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I'm a very strong believer of original music. It's nice to play covers, like for practicing purpose, but I don't think I never go on stage and play covers because I feel like I can perform, I can actually write music. So why I play someone else's music? Like I want, like it's easier to get known playing original, playing covers, but it's more remarkable to play your original music. So that's what I really focusing on, and yeah, working with.
And you've added something to this instrument. So you've over the years that you've been playing this, you were playing the handpan, you started playing acoustic, and then you added more stuff to it, more beats, more sounds, and that's what we're going to listen to right now from you.
Yeah.
The next part of this.
Yeah, in the beginning when I was playing handpan only, I found like when I go on stage, like I'm missing some elements. So like it was very good for yoga and meditation, and but like being on stage, people need more music, more volume, of the music. So yeah, I started to compose some electronic music backgrounds and beats to accompany myself, and yeah, I will play some for you now.
Let's
Yeah,
hear it, man.
awesome, thank you.
Hey man, that was really something. It was
Thank you, man.
trancy almost. It felt like I don't know, something you could listen to at on the beach, but also at an electronic dance music festival, electronic dance festival, kind of an accompaniment.
Kind of a conscious trance music somehow. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a couple more comments come in. Lawrence said in some ways it's similar to a gamelan, but the scale is different, and Sharif, you add a unique vibe to it.
Thank you. Thank you
Uh,
so much. That's so nice of you to say that. Yeah.
yeah, we're
I actually don't know what is gamelan, but I will check it out. But I appreciate my unique vibe.
and Fiona is watching from Jamaica, where it's 2 o'clock in the morning. She was asking what time is it in Australia right now.
It's 5 p.m. now, so sunset in 10 minutes. Yeah. And it's the winter, so I have long sleeves. We
Yeah, we
are
have
in winter now. Yeah. It's like 4 degrees outside. Yeah. Melbourne is a bit cold. Yeah.
sounds like it, man.
Yeah.
And hey, so how's it been? How's it been for you during this COVID-19, these coronavirus times? How's it been for you as a musician, as a performer in Melbourne with these
Yeah,
times?
of course, like all the industry have been hit really badly, like hospitality, entertainment, traveling, everything has been hit, like tourism have been hit really badly. We are not allowed to perform anywhere because we gather people and the virus doesn't like gathering. So yeah, so we are not allowed to perform. So in the beginning, like we started all these online events, and slowly, I mean, we started when the numbers went down. We got like inquiries for events and weddings that happening, but then again, there is a second wave here in Australia, so it doesn't seem that things are happening. So meanwhile, I'm doing a corporate job to try to balance a little bit because we have to pay for the bills at the end of the day. So yeah, but I still like release like a video every week to keep the people who listen to my music excited and following for. I try also to perform with covers. You know, as we were talking before, that many people were asking me why you don't play covers. So every second week I do a cover video on my YouTube channel. I did REM, Losing My Religion. I did Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall. I've done one for the young ones, Tones and I, Dance Monkey. What else? Yeah, there's few covers also on my channel. So yeah, here and there.
So where can people follow your music? How do people follow your music and check out your releases and support you digitally and virtually right now until they're able to come out and check you out in person on the streets?
Yeah. My YouTube channel is Sharif El Mugazi. So it's the same way. It's called Music from Steel. Music from Steel is the name of my project. Sharif El Mugazi is my name. When I was in Arabs Got Talent, I was called by my name, Sharif El Mugazi. So I'm. If you search by my name, it's more popular. You're more chance to see my videos. On Facebook as well, Sharif El Mugazi, Music from Steel, and or just write handpan, hand. You play it with the hand, looks like a pancake. So handpan and Sharif, and on Google you'll find it. It's pretty easy.
Sounds good, man. And are you working on your next video now?
Yes. So I have one in 2 weeks. Sorry, in 2 days, and that's gonna be reggae. So reggae handpan, that's something that I haven't seen until now. It will be a new one. So I played with hip hop music, with heavy metal, hard rock, pop music, and now it's reggae. So I'm trying to fit the instruments with different genres because it's very limited, the genre that people play. Handpan usually is more for sound healing and spirituality and yoga. But I want to take the instrument out of this category and actually make it like an instrument that people can use it with bands, and it can actually get like more space in the music.
Awesome, man. I really wish you all the best. While we're doing this, we also received a tip from one of our viewers, Eric, saying thank you for this performance. He really enjoyed this
Oh, wow.
performance. I think it was really great as well.
Eric, appreciate that.
Yeah, and please, for the viewers, feel free to continue to tip or donate. As you heard, Sharif, they haven't been able to perform on the streets much, so it would be great support for all the artists. And yeah, Sharif, thank you very much for this performance, man. It was great. Is there something you want to tell the people before we go?
Stay safe, and yeah, not much. Just if you are interested in listening to the music, you can follow me, and yeah, I'll be more than happy if you want to drop me any question, ask about anything. I'll more than happy to be there for you.
Cool.
And thank you again for tuning in. It was all
Thank
special.
you. Thank you very much. That was great. It was great having you on board, and we look forward to working with you again in the not too distant future with some of our other streams, maybe some virtual collaborations with some of the other artists that we'll be working with. It's been great. Matthias says he's really looking forward to your Three Little Birds rendition from Bob Marley. And yeah, we look forward to listening to it. So thank you, Sharif. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. It was great having you here on withlocals.tv. Please, if you like this video, if you're watching on withlocals.tv, make sure you check out our upcoming schedule and program. Tomorrow, we've got a couple of interesting sessions coming up with a martial arts session from Kuala Lumpur, and in the evening, tomorrow, European time, we'll be checking out Gaudi in Spanish architecture with a dog walk with one of our hosts from Barcelona. The schedule in full is available on withlocals.tv. Check it out. Subscribe to the channel so you can get the notification. And stay tuned for more awesome videos from With Locals on withlocals.tv. Thank you very much, and have a great day wherever you are in the world.